Okay, HCGers, here I am back, part 2. Um, and I was not able to upload part 1. I'm still having extreme trouble with my Wi-Fi. Still don't have my TV up and running. So I do have a little alternate Wi-Fi that I can get out and turn on. So if you're seeing this, then I managed to pull it off. And I probably have caught up with some vlogs tonight. I am behind, and I'm not always able to respond. Not doing a real good job of responding to a lot of people, so I apologize for that. Talking about one of the things I did experience this time when I started around, and part of me was like, oh, who is starting around? I'm kind of catching it in the middle. I'm not following any big pattern or any holiday. Who's doing around? Who's doing around? And it's not around like most people do around, or like I've done around in the past. And so I don't think I want to have a round buddy per se, because I'm going to be looking to kind of finesse my protocol, my modified protocol, in order to meet my goals, whatever my time frames end up to be. Because I can lose it and I can gain it, but maintaining it is difficult. So zooming down to 155 and then trying to stay there is going to be a real challenge. My goal would be, I think I'm going to have to go down to 148, 150 and use the 150 to 155 as my range, because I always seem to put back on X number of pounds after I do low carb. But it's like, here I am. I'm just riding the rails and getting ready for P3. So maybe I'm ready. But I have to say, in remembering some of your vlogs and in watching newbie vlogs, there's the fear it isn't going to work. And I have to tell you, originally we thought I was going to meet my teacher friends on Thursday, which was the same day as I was meeting my friends from my last job, the birthday club. So that would have just been 2 days of loading, and then on Friday I would have started my VLCDs. And it ended up that Friday was a better day for the teacher friends to meet, and I did not do a good job of saying, okay, then just start your VLCDs after you walk out of the restaurant. And, okay, food porn. Donna, I'm sorry, but I've been thinking about coming to visit you, and I've been thinking about you and your waffle machine, so I had a big Belgian waffle with some bacon. Okay, food porn over. So when I woke up this morning, I didn't know if I was going to be in a VLCD frame of mind, because historically I had the biggest problem stopping loading. I can load really good, but the moving into the VLCDs, not so much. And so while I don't know if I'm going to have a big drop, I have to, that water weight, that whole water weight thing, because I took the water pill, which you're really not supposed to do on HCG or when you're pushing protein, because both of those things are diuretics, as are drinking a lot of water. But I've not been getting back into drinking the water. When we're in the car so much, I'm afraid we stop at the Speedway, which is a gas station that has like a 44 ounce for 99 cents. Yeah, I can hardly pick it up and keep the top from dropping off, but yeah, I'm doing sweeteners. If it gets to be the last couple of days and I'm real critical, then I will cut it out. I've tried to make the transition only